Well, folks, thanks for joining us today. We have Cody Vanderwall here with us via conference call. And Cody is the driver of the number 32 race car, the Triton Process Sport, and he is involved in the NASCAR K&N Pro West Series. Cody, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're able to join us here for a few minutes. So tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, I'm 16 years old and I'm a junior in high school. I've been homeschooled my whole life, so all this racing, it would make it hard to be public school. But I was born and raised in a small town called LaSalle, Colorado. It's about an hour north of Denver.
So you have been involved in racing for quite some time, I understand.
Yeah, my dad Rudy started racing about 11 years ago, and I've helped him pretty much that whole time, and helping him in the shop, helping him at the track, and I started driving myself about 5 years ago.
Any other interests in other sports other than racing?
I follow football. I'm a Denver Broncos fan, and I played
of course
for Spring Christian Academy in Greeley, Colorado. I've played since about first grade, so.
So tell us a little bit, how did you get connected with Trident? How did that come about?
My dad owns a dairy supply service business in Evans, Colorado. And he got connected with Trident a couple of years ago, and we went out to a demo at Fair Oaks Dairy, and I went with him, and we met with Carrie, and I've helped my dad on and off throughout the years, and helped out with some of the Trident stuff at the Wolf Creek project. And
yeah, you just brought it up. There's installation we did at Wolf Creek, right in that area where you guys are located. And so to what extent are you still involved in that business there?
Throughout the summer, I worked almost full time, mostly at the Wolf Creek project, helping install curtains and misters and fans, and helped install the Trident system. Are
you familiar with what the Trident system does? The nutrient recovery and the bedding system?
I was with my dad the first time that he had heard about it, and so I learned quite a bit about it. That a lot of people may not know that there's a lot of useful things in manure, and the Trident system helps the dairy farmers be able to use the nutrients and stuff inside there. Self-sustaining.
Yeah.
It's good for the dairy farmers and the environment.
Yeah, well, I think you're pretty much spot on there. Good. So let's talk about the racing efforts. It's been a long season for you. I was looking at the schedule just a few minutes ago, and I think there's 14 races on the schedule, and we're done with 13. So we're just about ready for the last one. How's it been for you this year?
Well, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a blessing to be a part of it, and we weren't really planning on doing this season. We kind of got a one-off deal to run the season opener, and then kind of snowballed into running the full season. And my team has done a great job doing something they aren't really familiar with, and we've been having a lot of fun. These cars are so much different than what we're used to, and going to a bunch of different tracks that are so different and that we've never been to before. It's been a huge learning experience.
Yeah, for the people that haven't seen a race car live or in person, what is it like to drive it? What engine do they use? We talked a little bit about top speed at one of the longest racetracks, a half-mile track, or
Iowa Speedway is the longest one I've been on. It was a 7/8 mile oval, and
right.
I think we get up to about 160 before we have to slow down for the turn.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. And horsepower wise, what are we talking about?
They're right around 650 horse.
Impressive. I got a chance to visit you guys at the race in Washington State, and I did realize that it takes quite a bit of effort to set the car up the right way, so it works good for practice, qualifying, as well as for the race. So.
Yeah, well, these cars are very complicated as far as getting them to turn the corner as fast as possible. We change coil springs all the time. just as far as the rates, the spring rates, and then the shock absorbers and tire pressures, tire sizes, everything that we're allowed to change to make it turn better. And it's quite the process. And then we have to weigh a certain amount and have a certain left side percentage weight. And NASCAR has a set of templates for the body to make sure it's the right shape. And we also have to make sure the ride heights of the car aren't too high or too low. So it takes a lot of thought and planning.
Yeah, right on. So we're talking about the last race that's coming up here. You guys are getting ready to head over to California, to Bakersfield. What's special about that track, and what's your goal there?
Our goal is to be able to run top 5. I feel like we have a good shot there because this is one of the few tracks on the schedule we've been to before. We went there earlier in the year, and it's a really, really nice track. It's very modern, very fast half-mile track, and we're looking forward to it.
Very good. And I know there's a lot of dairymen in the Bakersfield area, so we'll make sure that we, invite a few dairymen there to the race, or maybe even make a connection to you in the pits there. That would be pretty cool, I think.
And I know there's a big dairy industry around the Bakersfield area and they have that Tulare Farm Show not far away, and I know that's huge. Be good to see some dairymen there.
Yeah, right on. Well, all here at Trident, we all keep our fingers crossed and wish you good luck.
Well, thank you, and thank you guys for everything you do.